intimidation carries a maximum of 8 years, and pointing a gun carries 3. So that's a total of 11 years in prison he's facing for road rage. If someone is simply not obeying the rules of the road, if they're trying to race you, trying to tailgate you, then those are red flags right there. She was walking down the street like she always does. She looked over and could not believe her eyes. She saw an infant on the hot asphalt right in the middle of the street. She Stakelbeck was very emotional. She says she wouldn't have been able to live with herself if her plan to kill her ex-husband and his current wife had worked. Coming up, they're going to have face painting for the kids. They've got this neat little prize wheel here. That's pretty fun. At Jefferson Gun Club, Sherrell Hubbard. Wave 3 News.
And she broke it.
Did I? Well, Renee, before the judge even said the words "no true bill," which means no indictment, he had warned the gallery about any potential outburst. So in the courtroom, it was pretty much quiet, but outside of the courtroom, there was just a stream of emotion with hugs and high fives. One young man even said that he planned on doing a victory lap.
Oh, God, thank you, Jesus.
4 cousins arrested together, embraced after hearing that all charges against them are dropped.
No more punishment, right?
They were cleared of that March 22nd violence that sent 6 people to the hospital.
I wanted to yell on top of my lungs, but I know I couldn't do it because I was in the courtroom. So I'm waiting till I get outside.
From the very beginning, the group maintained its innocence. The teens say they were racially profiled.
We sat there and told them we didn't do nothing to nobody.
The victim told police that 4 black men robbed her at gunpoint. The prosecutor says police never recovered a gun or the stolen purse, but charged Craig Dean, Shaquez Allen, Jerron Bush, and Tyrone Booker Jr. based on the victim identifying them just minutes after the crime.
They rode down the street and said, "Oh, it's them." That's what I feel like they did. They rode down the street and said, "Oh, that's them right there. Let's get them."
We thought, they was going to say, "Oh, we have the wrong guys. We're going to let them go." But it didn't happen.
The prosecutor recommended that the judge drop the charges after the victim's account of things came into question.
The more evidence that came in, the more we realized as a prosecution it would be very hard to prove these cases beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes! The defendants say now they plan to pursue their educations and focus on their families.
We will recover, but we're not going to forget. It's a lesson learned to what's really going on in the streets.
Is that identification process used in this case flawed? We'll get you answers. That's coming up at 6. It's an On Your Side story you won't want to miss. Live at the Judicial Center, Sherrell Hubbard, WHAS 11 News. Well, when police asked this mother why would she sit her infant child in the middle of the street, she told police it was because she was upset with the baby's father. She says that the father refused to come and pick the child up to take the child to the ER for an illness, and so she sat her own child in the middle of the street to wait for him. Baby Zena is only 3 months old. Last night, neighbors say they spotted her crying in the middle of the street with nothing on but a diaper.
It just broke my heart, though, to see a baby just laying on that concrete like that.
Neighbor Tony Yelder says cars were traveling down the street at the time. Police records say the baby was about 5 feet off the curb, and her mother, Dania Abdullahi, had gone back into the house.
I was like this about the baby like this, doing like this. Y'all come on around like that. Telling the cars to come on around. If I wasn't out there, them cars probably would have smashed that baby right there.
Yelder says she pleaded with the mother to pick the baby up.
So I put my feet on the concrete to make sure, see how hot it was out there. And it was real hot on that concrete. So I said, girl, get that baby up.
Police records say that the mother aggressively approached anyone who tried to pick the child up, saying that it was her child and to leave the baby alone. It was 87 degrees at the time, and the asphalt was even hotter. One expectant mother says she couldn't imagine putting her own child in harm's way.
And it really doesn't matter about what you're going through in your life. Yeah, if your man leaves something like that, but that's your baby. That child has nothing to do with that.
I wouldn't have let her have that baby back. I know that. I'll let her stay with the daddy or whatever.
Police are calling this a home invasion, and the worst part is the homeowners were actually in the house at the time. They were actually just getting off of work. Now, according to police records, what happened next left them both alarmed and annoyed. While the couple who owns this Haight Avenue house were in their bedroom upstairs, an uninvited guest was breaking in downstairs.
I heard a noise and I was like, what's that noise? It was like the door shutting or something.
Homeowner Sean Arvin says at first he thought it was the couple's dog.
And then I heard the fridge shut and I knew it was only us two who live here. So I was like, well, that's not normal.
Arvin told his wife to call 911 as he walked downstairs with his gun drawn. He found 67-year-old David Fawbush trying to open a bottle of wine.
I just said, what are you doing here? And he just turned around and he said, what are you doing in my house?
Fawbush was apparently making himself right at home, digging for a corkscrew for his newfound bottle of Principessa white wine. That's when Arvin ordered Fawbush to get on the ground. Then he gave him a warning.
I'm an ex-military Army guy with PTSD, and I'm going to tell you now, if you come any closer, I'm going to shoot you.
Arvin helped Fawbush until police arrived. He's now charged with criminal trespassing and disorderly conduct. Arvin says the whole situation could have been different if Fawbush had simply knocked.
I would have went out back with him and probably drank the bottle of wine with him and talked to him about Jesus, but, you know, it wouldn't have been all this.
Fawbush was taken to jail, but he's actually been released. He was released last night. The homeowners say that they believe in second chances and forgiveness. They say they've actually prayed for that alleged intruder. Live at LMPD headquarters, Sherrell Hubbard, WHAS 11 News.